Richard Marvin Butkus was an American professional football linebacker who played for the Chicago Bears of the National Football League, NFL, from 1965 to 1973. He was a dominant force on the field, renowned for his ferocious tackling and relentless effort. Butkus was invited to 8 Pro Bowls in 9 seasons, named a first-team All-Pro 6 times, and twice recognized as the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most intimidating linebackers in professional football history. Richard Butkus played his entire football career in his home state of Illinois. He was a linebacker and center for the Illinois Fighting Illini, where he was a twice consensus All-American and led the team to a Rose Bowl victory in 1963. He was also named the Big Ten's Most Valuable Player and college football's Lineman of the Year in 1964. Butkus was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983. Butkus is credited with defining the middle linebacker position and is still viewed as the gold standard by which other middle linebackers are measured. The Butkus Award, which recognizes the most outstanding linebacker in American football, is named in his honor. Butkus was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1979, and his number 51 jersey was retired by the Bears. Following his playing career, Butkus worked in acting, sports commentary, and celebrity endorsement. He was also active in philanthropy through the Butkus Foundation, which manages various charitable causes. Richard Marvin Butkus had an estimated net worth of over $18 million at the time of his death. Early life. Richard Butkus was born in Chicago, the youngest of 8 children. He was a very large baby, weighing 13 pounds 6 ounces at birth. His father, John, was a Lithuanian immigrant who worked as an electrician for the Pullman Standard Railroad Car Manufacturing Company. His mother, Emma, worked 50 hours a week at a laundry. Butkus grew up in the Roseland neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. He was a fan of the Chicago Cardinals of the National Football League, NFL, and attended their games at Comiskey Park. His older brother Ron played football for 3 colleges and tried out for the Cardinals before quitting due to a bad knee. Butkus played high school football as a fullback, linebacker, punter, and placekicker for Coach Bernie O'Brien at Chicago Vocational High School. He averaged 5 yards per carry as a fullback but preferred playing linebacker, where he made 70% of his team's tackles. In Butkus' first year on the varsity team, Chicago Vocational surrendered only 55 points in 8 games. In 1959, he was the first junior to be honored by the Chicago Sun-Times as Chicago's High School Player of the Year. Injuries limited his play as a senior, but he was still heavily recruited by colleges to play football. In the summer of 1960, Butkus was the starting catcher on a Chicago Park District baseball team known as the Sundodgers. An article in the Daily Calumet credits Butkus with having driven in all of the Sundodgers' runs in a loss and having hit a home run to center field. About Butkus' personal life. Richard Butkus married his high school sweetheart, Helen Essenberg, in 1963 while they were students at the University of Illinois. After retiring from football, Butkus moved to Florida and later to Malibu, California. He was an avid fan and a frequent media image for the Bears. Butkus is survived with 3 children, Ricky, Matt, and Nikki. Professional career. Like earlier established, Richard Marvin Butkus played for the Chicago Bears of the National Football League, NFL, from 1965 to 1973. He was widely regarded as one of the greatest and most intimidating linebackers in professional football history. He played football and baseball at Chicago Vocational High School, where he was a 2-time All-City selection in both sports. Butkus was recruited by several major colleges to play football, but he chose to stay close to home and attend the University of Illinois. At Illinois, Butkus was a 2-time consensus All-American and a key member of the Illini's 1963 Rose Bowl championship team. He was also named the Big Ten's Most Valuable Player and college football's Lineman of the Year in 1964. Butkus was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983. The Chicago Bears selected Butkus with the 3rd overall pick in the 1965 NFL Draft. He quickly established himself as one of the most dominant players in the league. Butkus was known for his ferocious tackling and relentless effort. He was also a skilled pass rusher and ball hawk. During his 9-year NFL career, Butkus was invited to 8 Pro Bowls, named a first-team All-Pro 6 times, and twice recognized as the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. He also led the Bears to the NFC Championship game in 1967. Butkus was a key member of the Bears' Monsters of the Midway defense, one of the most feared units in NFL history. He was known for his ability to disrupt opposing offenses and make big plays in critical moments. Butkus was also a great leader and motivator. He helped to make the Bears one of the most competitive teams in the league during the late 1960s and early 1970s. Butkus's career was cut short by injuries. He retired from football in 1974 after suffering a knee injury. Butkus finished his career with 22 interceptions, 27 fumbles recovered, and 1,135 tackles. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1979. Butkus's legacy is one of greatness and intimidation. He is widely regarded as the greatest middle linebacker in NFL history. Butkus was also a role model for players of all ages. He was known for his hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence. In addition to his on-field accomplishments, Butkus was also a successful businessman and actor. He appeared in several films and television shows, including North Dallas 40 and The Longest Yard. He was also a popular spokesperson for various products and services. Butkus was a true pioneer of the game of football. He helped to define the middle linebacker position and set the standard for all who followed. Butkus was also a great role model and an inspiration to players of all ages. His legacy will continue to inspire generations of football players to come. Illness and death. Injuries sustained during Butkus' playing career compounded over time. He had his knee replaced with a metal unit, and an osteotomy left him with one leg 1.5 inches shorter than the other, which affected his hips, back, and neck. Around 2002, nerve damage in his spine caused him to develop foot drop. He lost strength in his hands, needing both to lift a coffee cup. Still, Butkus maintained that football had a largely positive impact on his life and that its benefits should not be overlooked. In August 2001, Butkus underwent quintuple bypass surgery to remove blockages in his arteries. After the surgery, he co-authored a book titled The OC Cure for Heart Disease with Lawrence J. Santora, the doctor who performed the procedure. Butkus died in his sleep at his home in Malibu, California, on October 5, 2023. He was 80. Butkus' death occurred hours before the Bears were scheduled to play a Thursday night football game against the Washington Commanders. The Commanders hosted a moment of silence before the game, which the Bears won 40-20, their first victory in the 2023 season. Rest in peace, Butkus. You might be gone, but you will never be forgotten. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, subscribe and click on the bell notification.